Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a nice, pleasant, rainy evening. It's a weekend. Can I have a little more energy from all of you? Good evening. That's nice. Thank you very much. A very warm welcome to Mellow Circle's 20th annual Christmas musical play. Mellow Circle was founded in the year 2000 by a few like-minded friends to give back to the society. In the year 2008, one of our well-wishers, Mr. K. Numan, donated half an acre of land to us and told us to do something meaningful with it. Land was in Avadi, and Mellow Circle never looked back. We built what is called today the Prathyasha Home of Hope, where we house HIV-affected children. We have approximately 6,000 square feet of land, buildings to house our children and all the staff who work with us. The last 20 years has been a very, very satisfying and humbling experience for all of us. I must say with all humility that none of what we do would have been possible if it was not for our various sponsors, the various well-wishers, donors who donated to us unconditionally over the years and still continue to do so. Most importantly, we would like to acknowledge all of you who come to our shows year after year. There are many of you who have seen many of our shows. In fact, last evening we had a couple who have attended every one of our 20 musicals, and they were there yesterday also. So I think you should give yourself a big hand for supporting us. In the last 20 years, we have staged 20 musical plays in this very auditorium. We have also staged 9 Magic of Musical shows and about another 5 or 6 other music shows across the city. The last 20 years has been a roller coaster for us, and we would like to show you a small audio visual which will tell you a little bit about what we have done in the last 20 years. The audio visual will be covered by one of our 20th anniversary, a special song that we have composed. Audio visual, please.
We were born today, years ago, but it feels like yesterday. 2 decades may have passed us by. We are here to stay. Reaching out our voices to little children in need. For we are friends, friends indeed. We are friends indeed. So celebrate and sing along the festive cheer of giving. Celebrate through this song the joy that we're bringing. Rocking for a cause in a circle expanding. Rocking without a pause for generations spanning. We are Mellow Circle friends indeed. 20 years young. We are bound by cords that can't be broken. Our hearts beat as one. 'Cause we are Mellow Circle, true friends for those in need. To spread some joy is our plan, ready to lend a hand. So celebrate and sing along the festive cheer of giving. Celebrate through this song the joy that we're bringing. Rocking for a cause in a circle expanding. Rocking without a pause for generations spanning. We are marching on, we will sing
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that little video of us. Small quiz for all of you. How many times did you see me in that video? Anybody been counting? Any guesses? Okay, I'll leave it open. Today's play is an adaptation by a book by O. Henry. It's adapted as a play and it's called The Gift of the Magi. It takes you through the life of Jim and Della, a very young couple, the sacrifices they do for Christmas, the love, the hope, the joy of Christmas. So ladies and gentlemen, keep your mobile phones on silent while Mellow Circle presents The Gift of the Magi. Thank you.
Let's remember and rejoice in the telling of the story of three kings, a journey from distant lands across the desert sand.
To see the newborn baby in the straw beneath the stars, and how they chose to show their great respect with gifts they got in hand. And all proclaimed that they were wise. So let's remember and rejoice in Christmas and its glory. For we all journey distances throughout the busy. We have carried on their customs created long ago, to show the many ones we love how much we hold them dear.
We should make the sacrifice and give the things that we most prize,
So we too can be very wise.
like the Magi, giving gifts of sacrifice.
Of sacrifice. Of sacrifice.
And
streets are crowded, there's a song of freedom. Bells are ringing, lights are shining, kids are singing. Here comes Christmas, lights all over, streets are crowded, there's a song of joy. It's not mine, and I can't help but smile. Here comes Christmas time. Here comes Christmas time. Here comes Christmas time.
Time is speeding by so swiftly.
There's so much we have to do. Mincemeat pies to bake,
Tree to decorate.
clean the house through and through. And then it will be Christmas Eve, when it's better to give than to receive.
So much shopping to be done now.
Time to hang the mistletoe.
Christmas cards to write, more guests to invite.
Hope it will snow. Wearing my heart on my sleeve. 'Cause it's better to give than to receive.
Peace on earth, goodwill to all. Let boughs of holly deck your halls. Everyone's filled with Christmas cheer. If only it could last all year.
And I said a little prayer, make my dreams come true. Special things for you, happy spirits in the air. Everyone's got to believe that it's better to give than to receive.
$1.87, that is all I've saved. Over the whole year of pinching pennies from the butcher and the grocer and the vegetable man. I've done all that I can, but I still don't have enough to buy a gift for him, my dear. And Christmas is 3 days away.
Silent night and sweet bells. Everyone's filled with Christmas cheer. If only it could last all year.
The beauty is astounding, so exquisite, so refined. A stunning piece of craftsmanship, materials and design. It's the perfect gift for my sweet Della. She's been admiring it so. But who am I kidding? Not only don't I have the money, I can't even afford the bow.
Peace on earth, goodwill to all. Boughs of holly deck your halls. Everyone's filled with Christmas.
The beauty is astounding, so exquisite, so refined. A stunning
told you, once we got a few decorations on the tree, it would look better.
I don't know. It still looks a bit underappreciated.
Well, of course it does presently, but we're not finished yet. Trust me, it will be beautiful.
No, you're beautiful. Please, let your hair down for me. Please. Oh, you really are so beautiful. And I love your hair. Oh, Della.
Stop it, Jim. Did you invite William and Betsy over for Christmas dinner?
Yes, and they're bringing their entire brood.
Jim, they've only got 2 children, Annabelle and Nesta.
That's what William calls them. But for just 2 children, they certainly create a monumental disturbance.
Well, what did they say about the party?
They said they wouldn't miss it. Betsy offered to bring freshly baked bread and her potato pie.
Potato pie. Well, I wish we didn't have to ask them to help with the Christmas dinner. I mean, I'd so wanted it to be a special evening for everyone.
It will be. Now don't go start feeling sorry for yourself. We're lucky to have such friends for this Christmas season, despite Betsy's potato pie.
Jim.
Well, I've always wondered how she got those kids to sprout so big on her cooking. Gosh, I'm late.
That strap is wearing thin. Would you like a piece of string so you don't lose your watch?
You always look out for me.
Well, I know how precious this watch is, and I can't imagine how you'd feel if it fell off one day and rolled into the gutter. Oh, would you like me to leave some cranberries on there for you? It could make a fine decoration.
A handy snack. Thank you. My watch is dear to me, like you, my darling wife.
Oh, Jim, we've forgotten about Annabelle and Nesta. I mean, we don't have any presents for them.
Well, why don't you bake some of your cranberry cookies?
I suppose I could do that. And wrap them in some bright gingham. I mean, I do have these scraps of ribbon lying around.
Well, I'm sure they'll love it.
I'll have to buy some more cranberries, though, because someone keeps eating my supply. What time did they say they would get here?
Around noon.
Oh, that's perfect. Maddie will be here right around then as well.
Yes. That'll give us just enough time to exchange our gifts.
Of course. Our gifts.
Don't worry, darling. Our first Christmas together will be just fine. Half the joy of dressing up our Christmas tree is the sheer anticipation of what will be underneath. I want to give you all the finest luxuries. If only money grew on Christmas trees.
Imagine if each part of this small Christmas tree somehow magically transformed into just what you need it to be. Then it'd fulfill all of your fantasies. If only money grew on Christmas trees, then the branches of this tree could be the sleeves of the classiest suit you have ever seen.
And the needles of the pine would form a line to comb your hair up like a queen.
Lots of these bright ribbons as they gently float could be made into a silky scarf to warm your throat beneath your coat. Tie clips and cufflinks made of cranberries. If only money grew on Christmas trees.
Strings of popcorn as they sweep and swirl could go dancing round your pretty neck to twist and twirl as milky pearls. Take a pair of pine cones to make earrings with tinsel strands that dance across each branch could weave into a shawl to drape your arms.
And this paper chain I hold would turn to gold to keep your precious watch safe from harm. You deserve the greatest gifts from A to Z.
Every fancy fad and fashion from Tiffany to Gay Paris.
I could give you everything you'd ever need if only
Money grew on, really truly grew on. If only money grew on, Christmas tree.
Thank you, Maddie. That looks lovely. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, my dear.
Thank you.
Good day, Mr. Honeycutt.
Well, hello, pretty lady. How are you doing?
Fine. Well, actually,
Yes?
I have a favor to ask. My husband and I are in a bit of a financial bind. They cut Jim's hours at the bank. And with the holidays and all, well, I was just wondering if my old job was available.
Della, you know how much I hated laying you off. But business just hasn't been the same the last year or so. I'm struggling to keep Maddie on full time, and she's been here forever.
Hey, no comments on a lady's age.
You know, I miss seeing your lovely face here every day.
Are
But
you sure?
business is business.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I understand. Well, thank you for your time.
Maybe if you would like to help me stock part-time at night, it'll only be a few hours. I might be able to work something out.
Nights are the only time I get to see my husband.
Your husband's a lucky fella.
Hey, don't tell me you miss working in this dust hole.
It's just that money is so tight these days, Maddie. I mean, Mr. Honeycutt says I could stalk part-time at night.
No. Watch out for Mr. Honeycutt. He's had his eye on you since the day you walked in here.
Well, perhaps, but when you boil it down, I mean, he is my only hope for some extra money.
Boiled, baked, or fried, don't you dare trust the man alone in the store at night. Please listen to your older and wiser friend on this.
I know, you're right. It's just that I'd so wanted to get something special for Jim, Maddie. I mean, it's our first Christmas together.
I just don't get you, Del. Have you seen the look in Jim's eyes when he looks at you? He's nuts about you. I mean, head over heels nuts about you. The only one that looks at me like that is my dog. At feeding time. Yeah, you don't need some trinket to make Jim happy. He's already the happiest man around. Boy, what I would give to have a man love me like that.
Well, you're probably right.
I'm always right. Look at that face, that hair. The Queen of Sheba would give her jewels for that hair. You, my dear, are all Jim wants for Christmas.
Well, I think you're a catch too, Maddie.
Oh, yeah? I just wish someone would, bait the hook already.
Well, I better get going or we will both be in financial trouble.
Oh, business has been so gosh darn slow that Honeycutt's been having me close early.
Well, I'll see you on Christmas Day at our house.
I'll see you soon, dear. Hello, Gwendolyn. Damp enough for you? What's new in plant land? Nothing? Me neither. Drag in the door, kick off my shoes, open the mail, pour me some booze, step off my clothes, slip on my robe, take out a chop, turn on the stove, set the table, light a candle for fun. Now I'm ready for another dinner for one. How was your day? I ask myself. I say, okay, nothing to tell. Glance at the news, skim through a book, stab at the meat I overcooked, clear the table, get my 2 dishes done. Now I'm ready for another dinner for one. Always the same old scene, same recurring theme, played by the faded queen like a bad dream. I could just scream, count all the cracks, climbing the walls, jump at the sounds out in the hall, comb through my hair, wash off my face, fall into bed, my favorite place. And tomorrow, when the day has begun, I'll get ready for another
Papa!
Oh no! The brood! It's on the loose!
Papa!
Oh, kids.
Papa, show where you keep all the money. Look how far I can jump, Papa.
No, kids, this is a place of business. Sit down and behave yourselves right now.
William,
Yes?
I'm going to need some more money. I thought I had enough, but I've run short, and I still have a few gifts yet to buy.
Yay, presents. I hope they're all for me. For me. No, for me. For me.
But dear, what about the $5 I gave you this morning?
Oh, that was gone long before noon.
What?
Papa, can I have a nickel for the Salivation Army?
That's Salvation Army, dear. Salivation means drooling.
But he is drooling.
It's impolite to point, Nestor.
Salivation.
Oh, gosh.
This is a place of business, not a playground.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Porter. It's Christmas time. They're kids. They're just excited, that's all. Kids! Come here. Go. Here. A nickel for you and a nickel for you. Let's go find Santa, huh? On the way, dear, on the way.
My ears are still ringing. What time is it? Shouldn't those brats be in bed?
It's only 4:30, Mr. Porter.
Jim, I've been meaning to talk with you. Business has been down again this quarter. I'm going to have to cut your hours again. I'm sorry, but I do have to watch our bottom line.
But Mr. Porter, my wife and I are already struggling to make ends meet. If you cut my hours again, with Christmas coming in 2 days...
It's done. That is an awfully handsome watch you have there. If you need some extra money for the holidays, I may be able to take it off your hands.
No, thank you, Mr. Porter. This has been in my family for years. My grandfather gave it to my father, and before he passed on, he gave it on to me. It's very dear.
Oh, well, awfully fancy for a working class man like yourself.
Do I look like a rich man to you? Well, I must look like King Midas to Betsy. I just work. And she spends. Well, the well is dry, sweet pea.
I know exactly how you feel. Porter just cut my hours. Again.
What? They're Cretan.
I mean, life was already so difficult for Della and I this Christmas. And I wanted to give her something nice this Christmas. She deserves fine things, wonderful things, not second-hand clothes and a scraggly Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's the worst part? Day in and day out, you're surrounded by all this money. Seeing it, feeling it, smelling it, breathing it. And knowing at the end of the day that none of it's ours. I'm sick of this lousy job. You know what I wouldn't give? I wouldn't give to be rich enough to tell that old Porter what I really think of him.
Boy, wouldn't that be something? Or rich enough to buy whatever you wanted without even looking for the price.
Or rich enough to send Annabelle and Nestor to the finest private schools, far, far away in France.
And this is all that's coming between a life of leisure.
Stop that chattering, you slackers! This is a job, not a charity.
That.
You know, Jim, what if one day this accidentally slipped into my coat pocket? Who would know?
William.
Then I could slip away, far, far away, where no one would even think to look for me. I wanna lay every day on some tropical sand, bask in the sunshine, perfecting my tan, and play the ukulele in a native band. I wanna be king of the isle. Wanna feast on bananas and some juicy fruit, train a talking parrot and a dancing newt, and maybe take a dip in just my birthday suit as the king of the isle. My only worry will be what not to wear, wits and oils to rub in my hair. Seashells will be my currency in the bank of the deep blue sea. I wanna play a little golf with a coconut, carve cookie dickies in my cozy hut, and if I happen to sleep all day, ooh, so what? I'm the king of the isle, singing ooh ah ooh ah, ooh ooh ah, ooh ah ooh ah, hula hula hula, ooh ah ooh ah, ooh ah, king of the isle. I'll drop you a note rolled up in a bottle. Eat so much lobster, I'll walk with a waddle. Footloose and so fancy free, with no responsibility. Roll my head till it dangles and twirls, swim with the oysters gathering their pearls, and dance the hula hula with those gorgeous girls as the king of the isle, singing ooh ah ooh ah, ooh ah, ooh ah ooh ah, hula hula hula, ooh ah ooh ah, ooh ah, king of the isle, singing ooh ah ooh ah, ooh ah, ooh ah ooh ah, hula hula hula, ooh ah ooh ah, ooh ah, king of the isle, even if it's just for a while. Wanna be king of the isle. Ah! Yeah. Well, I guess I'll see you in the morning then, Jimmy boy. Same time, same place, and same old misery.
Night, Jim. And I hope your cold clears up.
Yeah. Oh.
Jim, I have some things to do this evening. I'd like you to stay and lock and secure the bank. You think you can manage that?
Of course, Mr. Porter. I'll have everything wrapped up by 5:30 and locked up by 6 p.m.
All right then.
It's cold in here. Ooh ah ooh ah, ooh ooh ah, ooh ah ooh ah, ooh la boo la ooh la, ooh ah ooh ah, ooh ooh ah.
Watch where you're going. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. How very clumsy of me.
It was my fault entirely. I'm so sorry. My mind and eyes were wandering. Aren't you Mr. Porter from the bank?
Yes, I am.
I'm Della Young. I'm Jim's wife. I've seen you in there a few times.
Oh, yes. I just asked your husband to stay and lock up. I had some things to do this evening, and then I'm heading home.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I must be keeping you then.
Oh, that's all right. We're almost done.
Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. The cranberries have stained your handkerchief.
That's all right. I have plenty more. Nice seeing you, Mrs. Young. Have a pleasant evening.
Good night. Oh, that is so handsome. It's so perfect, the gift for Jim. But $21.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Give to the poor. The joy of living is in the giving. Merry Christmas.
I'm so sorry, but I can only manage a small donation.
Any amount is welcome, ma'am. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas.
Let me add to that donation.
Thank you, sir.
On your behalf, Della.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, get out of here. I
Thank you, Mr. Honeycutt.
I enjoy doing nice things for you, Della. You know, I could really use that extra help at the store tomorrow. You could come before we open around 8. I could pay you handsomely for your services. Just think what a nice Christmas you could have after all.
And all that.
Lovely Della, I'm the fella who can help you out of your bind. To spend a few hours doing this and that, and I'll return the favor tit for tat. It's a perfect solution to our situation. I'll scratch your back and you scratch mine.
I don't know, Mr. Honeycutt.
Lovely, lovely Della, you could celebrate them in style. You'll have the money for your sweet desires and be home in time for supper by the clinging fire. It's a perfect solution to our situation. You scratch mine. If you're interested, go to the House of Beauty and get yourself fixed up. Tell Madame Safroni to send me a bill for her services. Think of it as my Christmas gift for you. And meet me at the store at 8 a.m. You could be home well before that husband of yours even misses you. I'll scratch your back and you scratch. Rum-pa-rum-pum-pum. Rum-pum-pum-pum. Rum-pum-pum.
$1.83. That is all. The time is drawing near and it's becoming crystal clear how my fantasy could be reality. I've tossed around the pros and cons and found that there was one response so obvious, though rather tortuous. Jim, I give up anything for you. That is what will always see me through. But this may be the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
It's time to let my hair down, time to say a little prayer now. Destiny is energizing me.
I'm through with my procrastinating, done with endlessly debating. Time to be, what is my legacy? Darling, I love you through and through. I would give up anything for you. But this may be the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Hardest thing.
I'm feeling sudden panic. Can't find my children's heart's desire.
Need a set of twins.
And some silver chains, while the prices climb higher.
It's getting much harder to believe
That it's better to give than to receive. Madam, can you spare a nickel? Mister, how about a dime? I could use a cold rum to warm my throat. A loaf of bread will be fine. Does anybody believe that it's better to give than to receive?
My wallet's full, my blister's huge. Everyone give a Christmas cheer. Everyone give a Christmas cheer. Everyone give a Christmas cheer. Somebody only calls my once a year. Hi there, William. I've got the perfect gift for Della. I went to the store last night and took the plunge. And it's a good thing that she was asleep last night because, you know me, I can't keep a secret.
Oh boy. Please, buddy. Please tell me that a rich uncle just died.
Oh, good morning, officers. Why so serious? Did someone get run over by a carriage?
James Dillingham Young, you're under arrest.
Arrest? You can't be serious. For what?
You know very well for what, you ingrate. Stealing from your own place of employment? How despicable.
No, that is absurd. I've known Jim since we were teenagers. He hasn't stolen so much as a Hershey's bar.
You are being charged with last night's theft of the Bank of New York.
What?
We've already gotten a statement from your boss, Mr. Porter.
He said you was alone in the bank locking up last night.
And everything was in order when he left.
There's no sign of forced entry, no foul play.
People have testified you've been complaining about financial problems lately.
Your work hours were recently reduced.
Motive and opportunity.
An inside job.
But Mr. Porter, you know, you were the one who asked me to lock up the bank last night, and I did that. Mr. Porter, you know me, I wouldn't steal
Stop your muttering.
Mr. Porter, please.
Come
William,
on.
somebody listen to me, please. I'm innocent. I didn't steal the money. I didn't steal the money.
No, Jim couldn't have done this. Go frisk one of the hula girls.
No sense of loyalty these days. Stop your gawking and get back to work.
told me. I'm sorry. Good morning, officers.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Officer Brown. This is Officer O'Reilly. We're from the 5th precinct.
May we talk to you, ma'am?
Yes, please come in. Let me just set down these packages. Is everything all right?
Ma'am, we must inform you. There was a robbery at the Bank of New York last night.
Jim. Is Jim all right? He hasn't been shot, has he? Oh, please tell me he's all right.
He's in perfect health, ma'am. He's just in a lot of trouble.
Ma'am, it appears that your husband may have been responsible for the theft.
No, that's impossible. My Jim would never do anything like that.
Well, do you remember what time he came home last night?
I'm not sure. I fell asleep early.
Is that customary?
No, but I was really tired, and Mr. Porter asked Jim to lock up last night, so he came home later than usual as well.
Did he seem nervous or tense in the morning?
We only spoke briefly, but he said he couldn't wait for Christmas, and he seemed upbeat, and he seemed excited. He seemed
like someone who had suddenly come into a good deal of money.
We're sorry, ma'am. There was no sign of a break-in, and your husband is the obvious suspect.
If you would like to meet him, he's at the 5th Precinct Jail.
Thank you for your time, ma'am. We're really sorry. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas? Jeez, you idiot!
I'd like one, please.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Extra, extra, big bank robbery. Get your newspaper right here. Big bank robbery at the Bank of New York. Extra, extra, big bank robbery at the Bank of New York. Extra, extra, get your newspapers right here.
Can I have one, please?
Sure.
There you go.
Thank you. Extra, extra, get your newspapers right here. Big bank robbery at the Bank of New York.
I love Christmas.
I love it more.
No, I do.
No, me.
No, I do.
I do.
No, me.
I do.
No, me.
I do.
No, I do.
I do.
No, me.
I do.
No, me.
Don't you children ever tire?
Nope.
I swear, if I had half their energy, I would weave all our clothes by hand and forage for our dinner.
Uh-huh.
Can we go see Santa again?
No, son. Now we rest.
But why?
Because I'm getting blisters on my blisters. Huh. God.
I can't wait till the party at Uncle Jim and Aunt Della's. I'm going to eat cookies and pie till I burst.
Me too. I want to eat more and burst more.
No, I am.
No, me.
Children, we won't be going to Uncle Jim and Aunt Della's.
But why won't we be going there?
Because the party's been called off.
But why has the party been called off?
Because
Uncle Jim won't be at home then.
But why won't he be at home then?
Because
He's been detained.
Why is he being detained?
Because he accidentally got hit on the head by a couple of coconuts. You happy now?
Papa! Papa! Papa!
Oh, yes, sweetie.
I was wondering, why do grown-ups say strange things? Why does a circus have 3 rings?
Now why don't Santa's reindeer have any wings? Why, tell me why? Why, tell me why?
Just because, that's why. Now sit down, let's rest.
Oh, look, children, look at the animals in the park.
Why don't rabbits make a noise? Why don't kid goats play with toys?
And why are the girls so different from boys?
Why, tell me why? Why, tell me why?
Well, just because, that's why.
Why is the sky so blue all day and turns so black at night?
Why is my tongue so very pink and my bottom so very white?
Kids, let's occupy your mouth with some candy now, huh? Here you go. Here you go.
Why does chocolate give me bumps?
Why do children get the mumps? And why does mama's oatmeal have big lumps?
Why, tell me why? Why, tell me why?
Why do I have to brush my teeth and always say please?
Why does the moon follow me around? And why is it made of cheese?
Why do thorns grow on a rose?
Why do people have to wear clothes? And why does a lady have a big nose? Why, tell me why? Why, tell me why?
Okay, kids, let's sit down, let's listen to some nursery rhymes, shall we? That'll be fun. That'll be safe.
Why is the cradle in the treetop? Why did the mouse run up the clock?
Why did the weasel suddenly pop?
Does he take his kid shopping?
Why did the cow jump over the moon?
Why did the dish run away with the spoon? Why does Papa sing out of tune? Why, tell me why? Why, tell me why? Why did the old woman live in a shoe?
She had a gambling problem.
Why was the poor little boy blue?
He held his breath too long.
Why wasn't Humpty Dumpty fixed with glue?
Because they made him into an omelet with hash browns and bacon and they fed him to the entire world.
Why, tell me why?
Just because, that's why, that's it, because. Fine.
Now come along, children.
Why?
Pacing the floor, feeling the blues.
Stare at the news, searching for clues. Heat up a chop and try not to cry.
Force down some slop, wanting to die.
Pound the table
As I wait for the sun, I'm not ready for a lonely dinner for one. Such an unfamiliar a bad dream. I could just scream. Count all the cracks.
Count all the cracks.
Climbing the wall.
Climbing the wall.
Jump at the sound.
Jump at the sound.
Out in the hall.
Out in the hall.
Comb through my hair.
Through my hair.
Wash off my face.
Wash off my face.
Crawl into bed.
Crawl into bed.
My favorite place.
My favorite place.
And tomorrow, when the day has begun, I'll get ready for another. Ready for another. Ready for another. Lonely dinner for.
Della, open up. It's Maddie. Oh, you poor dear.
Maddie.
Oh, talk to Maddie.
I'm so sorry. I know this was such short notice, but I just needed someone to talk to.
But it's okay, dear. Honeycutt's out running around somewhere anyhow.
Jim's been arrested. I mean, the bank robbery, and they think it was Jim.
I know, dear. I read the paper.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it, Maddie. He couldn't have. I mean, Jim's as honest as the day is long.
Of course, Del. I just don't understand it. The paper said that the evidence was overwhelming. Do you think it was a setup?
I don't know. All I know is that my Jim is in jail. And on Christmas Eve, Maddie.
Oh, hush, hush. Oh, here's a hanky. Wipe your tears and let's think instead of weep. Why would anyone want to get back at Jim for something? Or maybe someone's jealous of him?
Everyone loves Jim, Maddie. You know that.
But you saw him last night, right, when he came home?
No, I fell asleep early. But I did see him in the morning, and he seemed in such a good mood, and he seemed excited about our Christmas party. And
he didn't say or do anything suspicious?
You're beginning to sound like the police. No, he was perfectly fine.
What about his clothes? Did he have any blood stains on his clothes, or maybe his gloves?
Blood? What are you talking about? I think you've read one too many of those dime detective novels.
No, Della. It says it right here in black and white.
But the police said that there was no break-in and they never mentioned any violence.
Oh, you know, those press hounds, how they embellish everything. They made a big deal about a handkerchief that was found in the vault. Look. Look here, look. The handkerchief, owner unknown, was stained with some reddish substance, probably the blood of an innocent victim that got in the way of the ruthless bank robber. Can you imagine calling Jim ruthless?
I don't know what to think anymore.
Even if Jim did fall a victim to the seduction of the money, I know he wouldn't hurt anyone to get it. That I know for sure.
This is all a bad dream.
Crazy, rotten, stinking dream.
But I just can't stop thinking about it, Maddie. I mean, it does not make any sense.
Well, let's go over it again. What would Sherlock Holmes do, Watson?
What? I don't know. Smoke a pipe? Search for clues?
Let me look at the paper again. Bank of New York, hundreds of dollars, bloody handkerchief, a reddish substance, probably blood.
Cranberries.
What?
Cranberries. I think I've thought of the answer.
What are you talking about?
A simple incident, quite insignificant, has flashed into my cloudy brain like lightning in the rain. And it all has to do with cranberries.
I'm not following you.
Cranberries.
Is it some kind of clue?
Who would suspect they're the answer?
Maybe you're getting the flu.
This handy little snack that always makes a tasty treat, with roasted turkey dinner and my special cookies sweet, and strung together look quite festive on a tree. I have to go, Maddie.
Why?
Cranberries.
Why, I'm so confused.
Cranberries.
Come on, give me the scoop.
I'll explain everything later.
I hate it when I'm left out of the loop. Watson!
Sometimes the curious is really the obvious. Now I can see I must go and tell them right away that it all has to do with cranberries.
Excuse me, what did you say?
Cranberries.
I know you had a bad day.
The key to the bank robbery is cranberries.
And just what does that mean?
Cranberries.
You know you're making a scene.
Cranberries prove who is guilty. Let me explain. The cranberries stained the handkerchief that belonged to Mr. Porter, that he carelessly left inside the vault. When he went to the Bank of New York, he bumped into me and spilled my cranberries in the street, and then he picked them up and stained his hands and wiped them on his handkerchief.
Ma'am, I think you've lost more than your cranberries.
Listen to me, please. Then he went to the bank again after Jim had locked it. The porter said he was going home, but he had told a fib. He went to the vault and helped himself to all the money, but in his rush he dropped his red cranberry-stained hanky. Please, don't you understand that Jim is not the guilty man? It was Mr. Porter's plan to make it look that way, but his plan did not include my
Cranberry.
Yes, you see what I mean.
Cranberries.
Can you picture the scene?
Cranberries prove who is guilty.
Let me see if I've got this straight. The cranberry stained the handkerchief that belonged to Mr. Porter, that he carelessly left inside the vault. When you went to the Bank of New York,
He bumped into you and spilled your cranberries on the street. Then he picked them up and stained his hands and wiped them on his handkerchief.
Yes.
then he went to the bank again after Jim had locked it. Porter told you he was going home,
But he had told a fib.
He went to the vault and helped himself to all the money.
But in his rush he dropped his red
cranberry stained hanky. Ooh, so it all has to do with cranberry.
Yes, that's how it occurred.
We'll take it from here, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Mrs. Young, good police work.
Della,
Jim.
you were magnificent. You were magnificent. To figure out that Porter had stolen the money with just cranberry stains as clothes. I knew somehow things would work out. I couldn't have imagined a Christmas without you.
Jim. Oh, it's Christmas Eve and we almost weren't together, but now we are. And let's have our special time alone tonight. And, I can't wait to give you a present.
Oh, yes, let's. I'll burst if I keep mine from you any longer.
Here it is. It's very special, like you are to me.
You open yours first. I want to see your face when the wrapping comes off. No one deserves this more than you do, my darling wife.
But you go first.
No, you go first.
Jim, please. I don't think I can contain myself another minute. You do not know what a beautiful gift I have for you.
All right. We'll open it together on the count of 3. Agreed?
Agreed.
1, 2,
3. Tortoise shell comb with real jewels.
A watch chain? Platinum? What a dandy.
Oh, Jim, I've craved and yearned for this, but I never thought it could be mine.
I'll have to look at the hour 100 times a day now.
Jim, darling, I...
Della, what happened to your hair?
I had to cut it and sell it because I couldn't have lived through Christmas without getting you something special.
No, Della. No, not your hair. I had to pawn my watch to get the money to buy you the combs for your beautiful hair. Aren't we a couple of poor fools? Let's put these gifts away. They're much too nice to use just yet.
I just wanted to get you something special, Jim.
Don't worry, darling. They're just things wrapped in ribbon. I'm looking at all I really need. Your laugh, your smile, your quiet, graceful style, your touch, your sigh, your sobs and sniffles when you cry, your fingers as they stroke my face. These are the gifts you give me every day.
Your lips, your chin, your playful little grin, your kiss goodnight, your arms enfolded
precious treasures.
Your strength,
Your faith, your dreams to keep me safe. Your heart,
your soul,
your shelter from the cold. Your love is shown in so many ways. These are the gifts you bring. I've rich from the gifts you give. These are the gifts you give me every day. Gifts of love.
Oh, who could that be?
Oh, leave it off, my love. You look more beautiful than ever.
Merry Christmas, Della! Mwah, mwah.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, old buddy! I knew you couldn't have robbed the bank. Me, on the other hand...
Children, what do you say?
Where's the food?
Haven't you?
I mean, Merry Christmas, Uncle Della. And Aunt Jim.
Huh?
I mean, Merry Christmas, Uncle Della and Aunt Jim. Uncle Della and Aunt Jim. Uncle Della and Aunt Jim.
What are you all doing here?
We have so much to celebrate and we thought the party should be back on.
But we don't have any food or decorations.
Not to worry. We bring the party to you.
Who's we?
You'll see.
And you can start filling your table with my potato pie.
Yummy! Potato pie.
Thank you. Thank you.
What happened to your hair, Aunt Della?
Oh, I cut it and sold it so that I could get Uncle Jim a special Christmas present.
You sold your hair? But why?
Well, Christmas is a time to give and to appreciate what you already have, even if it isn't very easy. Maddie!
Della!
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Della, your hair! But you look like
a truant schoolboy.
Oh, a sassy lady. Well, I brought some baked ham. There's much too much food for me and my new friend, Henry.
Oh, Henry. Pleasure to meet you. Please come in.
Likewise. It's so nice of you to have me over at such short notice.
Have we met? You seem awfully familiar. I mean, something about his eyes.
Oh, he's just some guy I picked up off the street.
Well, actually, I met Maddie at the Salvation Army. She used to come there every evening after work to help with the Christmas charity dinner.
This old broad gets around.
Ho, ho, ho!
Santa?
Oh.
Mrs. Young, we're sorry to bother you on Christmas Day, but we thought you and Mr. Young would like to hear the good news. Mr. Porter was caught trying to flee the country. He has since confessed to the bank robbery, and the money has been recovered.
Whoa! That old Porter, I knew he was dirty.
And all because of your powers of deduction, ma'am.
That is wonderful news, and thank you so much for coming here to tell us. Please, please join us.
My brother
Pastor and I have been talking. I want you to have my Christmas coins to give to the poor children who can't afford gifts this year.
Mine too. Take mine first.
But take mine first.
No, mine first.
Mine first.
No, mine first.
Mine first.
No, mine first.
Ah, children, that's so nice of you. It's nice to know that you have the true spirit of Christmas within you. Thank you.
I'm so proud of you, Annabelle and Nesta.
My friends, it's so nice to have all of you here this Christmas night. Take a look around you at the people who surround you. They're the ones you want to show exactly how you feel.
Treat them kindly, sweet and fair. Show how much you really care. Let them know you're always there, 'cause actions make it real.
So remember the reason to celebrate the season. Wrap up all your feelings for your friends and loved ones. Celebrate the season with a gift of selfless love, 'cause that's the greatest gift of all.
Listen, can you hear it? The singing of your spirit. The sweetest sound you've ever heard is playing here today.
Peals of laughter, wheels of glee, ringing out in harmony. These most special things are free and have so much to say.
So remember the reason to celebrate the season, to wrap up all your feelings for your friends and loved ones. Celebrate the season with a gift of selfless love, 'cause that's the greatest gift of all.
It's the one you love under the mistletoe.
Tell your wildest joke or your worst.
Trace your sons and daughters round the Christmas tree.
And eat your favorite goodies till you burst.
So raise your glass to the Christmas toast,
To the Magi and your gentle host.
to all the ones you love the most. Let your spirit sing. So remember the reason to celebrate the season, to wrap up all your feelings for your friends and loved ones. Celebrate the season with a gift of selfless love, 'cause that's the greatest gift of all. The greatest gift
What a glorious sight. Oh, what a glorious night. Like no other has ever been. Down through the ages we're still celebrating, singing again and again. Glory, 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 glory. All of the heavens sang glory, glory. That's what the angels sang. Great joy, a baby boy. What a glorious sight. Glory, all of the heavens sang glory, glory. That's what the angels sang. Great joy, a baby boy. What a glorious sight. Oh, what a glorious night. Oh, what a glorious night. Oh, what a glorious night. What a night.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to present the cast and crew of this play today. We begin with the backstage team led by Vinu, Parvati, Vicky, John, Nilina, Kevin, and Joshua. I must say the set changes were done with ease. Mike's screaming finally paid off. Now we have the props team led by Cheryl Joseph, Anna Koshi, Maushmi Daniel, Roshan Philip, Charlotte James, Sunita, and Shirley. I'm sure you could see the result of their hard work. Their husbands had a good time for almost a month. Costumes by Maushmi and Charlotte. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been told that they have been nominated for the Oscars. Our makeup coordinators, Maushmi and Minnie Jacob John. Choreography was done by Milan Matthews. The oldies in the choir are still cribbing about their aches and pains. The nativity coordinator, Swapna Matthew, and the nativity team, Sanjana, Raika, Mikhail, Joshua, Sneha, Evan, and Amit. There's something very heavenly about this group, I must say. Our newspaper boy, Amit Matthew. Incidentally, he's never read a newspaper before. Our beggar was Daniel James. And now he's seriously thinking of changing his profession. Police officers Suhan Devanesan and Jonathan Titus. In our next play, they're going to be Laurel and Hardy. The Hula Girls, Tanya Verghese, Ananya Abu Koshi, Tia Anna Joseph, and Ann Taragan. Well, if you're wondering if they're wearing anything under their grass skirts, they are. I just checked. Alice was played by Richu George, our Alice in Mellowland. Honeycut, Mr. Thomas Phillip. He now finds the Hula Girls much more exciting, and there are 4 of them. Santa and Henry was played by Koshi Philip. He never required makeup, just a change of clothes. And Potter was played by Arul C. Dureraj. Now we know why he doesn't like cranberries. Maddie was Deepa Nambia. We always wondered as to how she managed to be in such high spirits all the time. Nestor was Nicole Joseph. A Nickel really struggled to keep himself under control. Annabelle, Sarah Joanna Jackin. She tried to be the elder sister, but he was more than a handful. Betsy was played by Dhanya Elizabeth Cherian. Yeah, she kept the kids on a tight leash, I must say. William was played by Craig Lobo. We wanted to use him as the flag post, but he ended up getting a role. Jim was played by Johan Chaco. I must say his kisses were very subdued tonight because both his wife and daughter are in the audience. Della was played by Pallavi Raj. Any guesses as to who cut her hair? I'll tell you later. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We will now have a song, the 20th century anniversary song by the Mellow Circle Choir. If there are any of you in the audience who have participated in any of our plays in the past, please do come on stage and join in the celebrations.
We were born today, years ago, but it feels like yesterday. 2 decades may have passed us by, we are here to stay. Reaching out our voices to little children in need. We are friends, friends indeed. We are friends indeed. So celebrate and sing along the festive cheer of giving. Celebrate through this song the joy that we bring. Rocking for a cause in a circle expanding. Rocking without a cause for generations spanning. We are Mellow Circle friends indeed. 20 years young, we are bound by cords that can't be broken. Our hearts beat as one. We are Mellow Circle, true friends for those in need. Spread some joy is our plan, ready to lend a hand. So celebrate and sing along the festive cheer of giving. Celebrate through this song the joy that we bring. Rocking for a cause in a circle expanding.
Give them a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take another 10 minutes of your time. We need to thank our sponsors, Astromac, VSNB Container Group, Melkai, and Angel Form. Give them a big hand, please. We'd like to thank the advertisers in our souvenir this year, the management of the Union Christian Association School for use of their school premises for practices, Gold Line Catering for providing more than 100 complimentary dinners for the choir cast and crew, to VLCC for complimentary makeup services, for Badgerer for providing complimentary fumigation services over the years for our plays and mom shows. Our sound and light coordinator for this evening was our member Mohan Daniel. Mohan, if somebody will just raise your hand. Sound management and equipment was by Mellow. Light management and sets by our own director, Michael Muthu. Set construction was also by Michael Muthu, his company called Boardwalkers. Set coordination was by Epan Verghese. The music track management was by James Abraham and Jonathan James. The furniture was from Cine Decker. The hall arrangements were by Jacob John and Dr. Abby Abraham. Ticket sales by George Thomas. Photography and videography was by Sujit Panikar. Digital publicity, design, and the 20th year presentation was done by none other than Sergeant Abraham. Sergeant, where are you? The 20th year song lyrics were done by Arul Dureraj, Manna Abraham, Sergeant Abraham, Cheryl Joseph, and Johan Chaco. The 20th year song voices were by Dia Umman, Manbu T, Tara Umman, Daniel James, Diana Thiru T, Sarah Jackin, and Nikhil Joseph. The song was composed by Timothy Madhukar. The Prathyasha song which you heard was sung by Johan Chaco. Sponsorship and souvenir campaign was by Isaac Matthew and Epan Verghese. The school show campaign was by Mary Matthew and Rachel Verghese. We'd also like to thank Reggie Joseph, who has donated 2 paintings, which one of them was auctioned this evening. We'd like to thank Stephen and Tennarasu of Mellow Circle office, Maitri Advertising and Livewire for all the support that they have provided to us, to Mr. Thomas C. Thomas and Vinola for the support in organizing a record number of advertisements this year. The play coordinator for this year's play was Johan Chaco. Johan, are you here? Please step up. A very special thanks to Johan for creating the entire background music from scratch, as no -1s were available for purchase. Our choir coordinator was Arul Dureraj. Arul, before I get on to the last 4, let me mention the special thing about Mellow Circle is the kind of participation we have from various families. We have people here who have participated in all our 20 shows, either in the choir or in singing or whatever it is, maybe even backstage. I would request them to just put up their hands. And tonight, strangely, we also have 3 generations of a family participating. Can you put up your hand, please? Where's the tiny tot? So we have 3 generations participating tonight. Thank you very much, guys. And now let me introduce to you our associate choir conductor, Jeremiah. Jeremiah, can you please come on stage? Our choir conductor this evening, Roshini Sharon. Roshini, can you please come up? We also have a music mentor, Augustine Paul, who has done almost 10 of our shows and also the mentor for 3 shows, but I don't think Augustine is in the audience this evening. Is he here? No. Okay. And finally, yeah, Celine is there. Okay, fine. Finally, none other than our director, Michael Muthu. Mike, I must also tell you, Mike has done more than 14 shows for us. He also directed our first play, and he's also now directing the 20th play. Mike, would you like to say a few words?
Yep. I just want to thank all you guys for being here tonight. I know it's a big, it's a big effort to get into your car and then navigate the terrible traffic and get here, particularly today being a rainy night. So thank you for being here. Thank you very much. Because if it wasn't for you guys, there's no point in us being here. Okay, so thank you so much. I also want to thank the Mellow Circle for, having me for 14 years, So, yeah, because I'm not very easy. So, yeah, starting from the first one, yeah. So anyway, thanks everyone, and keep supporting the Mellow Circle because these guys put your money to good use, okay? And there are a whole lot of little kids who need the support which you all give them. So don't stop, okay? So thank you and good night.
Mike.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you to all of you. As Mike said, unless you people come for our shows will never take place, and we will not get the kind of money that we want to run the place. Well, that's all for this evening. See you all next year, November 2020, for our 21st show. Thank you very much. Good night, and God bless you all.
We were born today, years ago, but it feels like yesterday. 2 decades may have passed us by. We are here to stay. Reaching out our voices to little children in need. For we are friends, friends indeed. We are friends indeed. So celebrate and sing along the festive cheer of giving. Celebrate through this song the joy that we're bringing. Rocking for a cause in a circle expanding. Rocking without a pause for generations spanning. We are Mellow Circle friends indeed. 20 years young. We are bound by cords that can't be broken. Our hearts beat as one. 'Cause we are Mellow Circle, true friends for those in need. To spread some joy is our plan, ready to lend a hand. So celebrate and sing along the festive cheer of giving. Celebrate through this song the joy that we're bringing. Rocking for a cause in a circle expanding. Rocking without a pause for generations spanning. We are marching on, we will sing a song, we will dance along, and we'll have some fun.
Love that's incredible,
'Cause we are Mellow Circle. circle expanding, rocking without a pause, for generations spanning. So celebrate and sing along.